Hey everyone, so this is the video that a lot of you have been anticipating and, asking even, from the beginning or once we found out the genders, like what are the names, any name ideas? And this is the video you're gonna find out the names that we have chosen for our boys. So here is the reveal. Guys, so that's their names, and I want to take some time just to explain what they mean and kind of why we chose them. And we did a lot of thinking, a lot of research, and we really like, we kind of mentioned in a video before that we really like unique names. We wanted them to have strong meaning and biblical meaning. Okay, so now I'm going to take some time to explain each name. So baby A, as you saw his cute little face, his name is Hesed. That's his first name. And so that's the way to pronounce his name. It's a lot of people see it and pronounce it Hesed, but it's technically Hesed. It's a Hebrew word. And that's the way it's spelled. And we wanted to keep that spelling. We thought about maybe changing the spelling up a little bit to make it maybe easier for people to pronounce it right. But then we also were just like, it's okay to, just say, oh, it's Hesed. Think of Sid, at the end. So it doesn't really maybe follow the English way that we would say it, but that's how it's said. So this name is jam-packed full of meaning. And we had thought about this name for a while, and we're kind of just loved the meaning of it and really wanted to incorporate it into the names of our boys. We weren't sure if we wanted it a first name or a middle name. And we weren't sure if, we thought a lot about, is it maybe a little bit too, since it's kind of pronounced differently than maybe how people would tend to pronounce it, is that, just too much going on and all this stuff. But we really felt at the end that we just really wanted this name to be the first name. And so that name is seen in the Bible many times in the Old Testament, and it's translated into different things, but a lot of times you'll see it'll say steadfast love, loving kindness, everlasting love, mercy. It's translated in different ways, but I really liked this. Someone had said something that this was kind of a way to kind of summarize what it is. And it says, when the person from whom I have the right to expect nothing gives me everything. And ultimately the everything of Hesed is the cross. And so it's just this one way covenant love that God has for us. And so, we don't deserve it. We have no right to expect anything, but he gives us everything. And I feel like that fits really well with just the story of us having these boys, going through infertility, struggling, and finally getting pregnant and having these miracle triplets. And, it's not that we have the right to expect it. We don't deserve it, but he graciously and mercifully gave it to us. And ultimately the everything that he has given us is the cross, is what Jesus has done on the cross. But it also flows into that fit of just like this blessing of giving us and trusting us with these boys and giving them to us. So that's the first name for him. And then the middle name is Rainer. And Rainer means wise army. And we, also view that as like a spiritual army. God is wise, and we can trust him in whatever we're going through. So he can, go to God and seek wisdom in trials, spiritual warfare, things like that. So we also have a friend named Rainer. And if you're watching, Rainer, I know you've commented on some videos. So, and you're a great friend, and we also like your name. So we wanted to incorporate that. So for baby B, his first name is Hadwin. And Hadwin means friend in war. And we just really liked the meaning of that. We somehow stumbled across the name doing like research online, and we liked the sound, and then we liked the meaning as well. So just that idea of a friend in war, and you know, even us like going through this trial, like I was telling Casey, like when we went into labor or when I went into labor, had the C-section, I was like, you were a Hadwin to me that night, because it was really hard, you know, the labor and everything. And there's been, you know, other times that, you know, like that, but just that idea of a friend in war we just really liked that meaning. And then the middle name Emmanuel is God with us. And so kind of combining those, that, you know, God is our friend in war as well. And so that's what we chose for Hadwin. And for baby C, Ebenezer. So Ebenezer means like a stone of remembrance, stone of help. It's actually, if you look up 1 Samuel 7:12, it talks about the Ebenezer stone as like remembering that of God's help thus far. And that's what we have seen, you know, God's help thus far in our lives, you know, whatever we've been through, but specifically, you know, in this pregnancy, these babies being born, and being able to raise them. And his middle name is Jaden, and that means God has heard. And it's spelled a little different than I think some people, it's usually like with a Y or something, but we chose the biblical spelling. And so, yeah, just a remembrance that God has heard and he hears us. So yeah, those are their names, and we're hoping that, you know, we're surrendering them to God, and that, you know, their names are meaningful for us as their parents, but they're also meaningful for them as individuals to see different facets of who God is, and hopefully remember that in their lives. So that's how we came up with the names. And yeah, thank you for watching, and look forward, you know, stay tuned for more videos to come. And so again, so appreciate all your support, and those of you who've subscribed and just follow along on our journey, and your comments and all this stuff. And yeah, we're just thankful to journey along with you and to share this process of what we've been through, and to document it, you know, for ourselves to look back on as well. And so look forward to seeing you in future videos, and videos might be more scattered and not as close together, just because it is kind of a crazy new season. And so I'm not guaranteeing anything of how videos will really be coming out or what they'll look like, but I'm hoping to continue to do this, you know, as much as I can. But I also don't want it to become a burden or something that distracts me from being in the moment and being present with where we are right now. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.